I'm sure by now you have heard of ChatGPT or Gen AI or generative AI. So this is a tool that it's really come into everyday use now. You don't have to be a technologist or a programmer or somebody to make use of this. And two most commonly example of using something like ChatGPT for is one, to write program by software so that you don't need programmers anymore, and two, to write content so that you don't need writers anymore. So I want to share with you this little project that I have been working on. I'm going to use ChatGPT to write some software to extract some articles that I've written for a website called The Perfect Pack. And then I'm going to use those articles as a guide or a baseline of style to ask ChatGPT to then write a product review for me. So this is kind of using generative AI to do some more generative AI. It'll be an interesting project. So let me show you what's going on. What specifically what I'm going to do is I am actually a writer for a website called The Perfect Pack, where I write reviews for bags. So over the years, I have written maybe 15, 20 reviews there. So my goal is to download all those reviews I've written and use that as a style guide for me to write new reviews so that I can just give ChatGPT some rough information of some new items that I'm reviewing and then have ChatGPT write that review for me. So step one is to scrape this website to download my content. So here we are. We are inside the native ChatGPT client on the Mac. I'm on the Mac here. And let's think of my very first prompt, which is something like write a Python program to download all articles written by me, so PK Xu, at the website https theperfectpack.com, which is over here. So let's see what happens. So it has created a Python script. And it also gave me some instructions. So one of the things that it talked about is I actually need to set up a Python project and install these two very useful libraries. Now I've already done that separately. So let's see if this code actually works. So all I'm going to do is copy it. And I have a project set up here. I'm just going to make this a little bigger. Let's call this version 1. Paste everything in. So this is the code written by ChatGPT. Let's see what happens. It didn't download anything, so that didn't work. Let's take a look at the code myself. Now, so this is the part where ChatGPT is not perfect, right? This code looks pretty good, but if I know nothing about how to write scrapers, I'm kind of stuck. But since I actually have done this myself, I'm going to look through the code and see what it does. So let's see what's going on here. Again, I need to really understand Python and screen scraping to really try to fix this program, right? So let's take a look. It's going to do fetch all pages, and it's just paging over all the pages, and then trying to look for stuff that I've written. This is probably not a good idea. I think there's a way in this website to just download articles written by me in the first place. So let me try this. Update the program to find the articles written by PK Xu using the author specific article list. So this is looking a little bit more promising. Let's try to run it. So copy the code. I'm going to second version, paste it in. Didn't work again. So failed to fetch this page. So this is the author specific page, which makes sense to me. Let me see what happens on the real website. So this is now where I have to go to the actual website and look for an article that's written by me. Let's see if I can just type my name in. Here you go, that's one. And if I click on my name, these are all my articles. So the URL, it's PKSHRU combined without a dash. So that's what's going on here. So let me see if I can fix this by telling ChatGPT what's wrong. So update the program and use as the author name instead. So you can see it updated this. And I can't wait to try it. And notice that it is still giving me description of what it does, and I don't really want that. So next time I'm just going to say, just show me the code. But let's copy this. Again, let's do a third version. Run it. Still no article. What is going on? But at least it didn't complain about fetching the page, so the page exists. So something else is wrong. Let's look at the code again. So fetch the pages. And then it tries to extract the article links, which makes sense, right? Given the page, find over on the website the title, and then the title is actually a clickable link to each article. So let's see what it does here. Extract article links. So it's looking for all the articles and then finding the actual link with a class entry title link. So at this point, I really need to dig into what's going on here. So I'm going to use the developers tools here to take a look at how these links are set up on the web page. So the title, it's inside a div called blog post title, and then the link itself, it's inside something called entry title. So it sounds like the script that's generated by ChatGPT is looking for the wrong thing for some reason. So I'm going to say update the extract article links function to use the class name blog post title instead. Just show me the code. No need for explanation. So that they took it literally, so that's not what I want. So let's say show me the entire program. So using blog post title, let's see if this works. copy. So we're now on to version 4. Right. Still no articles. What is wrong? Let's take a look. So it is interesting that ChatGPT is having problem figuring out the structure of the HTML surrounds the actual title, the link that it's trying to extract, right? So as a human, I understand that this is a structure, right? A div with this class, h2 with this class, and then the link is actually inside. So I'm going to try something else. I'm going to see if I can copy this. And say, update the extract article link function to extract the information from this structure. And I'm going to just try pasting that in. So cursory that looks good because it is now using a div with that class. So let's just try it. So we're on to version 5 now. Almost there. So let's see what happens. Found 19 articles. So we got past that part of it. But this is having a problem in downloading the actual articles. So looking at this done type, so it is not, again, looking for the correct class. So let's take a look at the code. So it's looking for a div with a class called entry content. Let's go back to the HTML. So I'm going to go inside the title itself. This is the title. And then it should pull down everything that is text inside the page here. So let's see where that is. So go out. Is it just called content? So that looks good to me. Let's try it. So update the download articles function to use the class content instead of entry content. Just show me the whole program without explanation. So just the code this time, which is good. Let's copy that. So we're on to version 6. Still not working. So what is it looking for? Let's see. So let's go back and re-examine the HTML. So I'm just going down the tree here and see what is content. That is content with a picture, thumbnail, entry, blog post, single content. So this is actually what I need. This is just the introduction. I didn't realize that. So this part is the full article. So blog post, single content. Let's try that. To use the class blog post single content instead of content. So again, copy version 7. And I believe it's working, right? It's downloading all these articles. And if I look, there are, let's make sure we have the right one here, 19 text files. And just take a look at one of them. And that's the article. So it took me 7 tries. Now I have to say, if I figured out that I could just paste the structure of that author block into ChatGPT, I would have saved maybe 2 tries. But still, it took a little bit of time. And more importantly, it demonstrated it really needs my help as a developer to get it to write the correct code. But I'm not done yet, because what I want to do is to take these 19 articles and use it as an example for ChatGPT to write in my style and in this very specific structure. If you look at the website, all the articles follows kind of a structure with sections. Let's look at this one. The way the pictures are laid out, we have a standard guideline in how to write these articles. So to do that, I really don't want 19 or 20 or 100 separate text files. I just want data that I can feed back to ChatGPT. So I'm going to say update the program instead of saving the article text in text files, put it in a format that I can use as input to ChatGPT as training data, and see what it does. So hopefully the rest of the downloading, the scraping is the same. And then I like that it actually says function to download the content, format it for training data. And looks like it is putting everything as JSON in a file. So that makes sense. Let's try it. Version 8. Run that. So downloading, and we have a JSON file. Looks like it's a list of titles and content. That looks pretty good. So there you have it. It took quite a while. It took technically, I guess, 7 back and forth to get the code I want. But again, I did not write a single line of code. I'm just sharing my knowledge as to how a web page is structured, how to get to the text that we need, but ChatGPT wrote the code. So the next part, we'll see how we can use the training data to write new articles.